cold out here.
I broke it.
But the pursuit of justice is uncomfortable and inconvenient. So buckle up. You are a glorious sight to behold. I want to thank you all for being here today, not only in the beloved community on MLK Day, but in collective resistance. 2 years ago, we were gathered here on the Boston Common, people from all walks of life, committed to a more kind and a more just world. On a bitter, cold January day, we raised signs that said, today we march, tomorrow we run. But I think they thought we were just being poetic. But today we stand here actualizing that poetry in motion, and I have the honor of being your Congresswoman for the Massachusetts 7th Congressional District. And your sister in solidarity. Shoulder to shoulder with all of you here today and those that were here 2 years ago, women who answered the call to run, to serve, who didn't ask permission to lead, who didn't wait their turn. These women are not a monolith. There is no single story to define us, no matter how hard the press and the pundits may try. You can talk about waves and you can talk about magic all you want, but what we put in and what we saw play out in 2018 was work. And we are still putting in that work. This is not work that we do alone. While our names might appear on the ballot, behind those names are whole tribes, communities, villages, coalitions, movements of women and allies who embody, who actualize a bold mandate for change. And we are just getting started. I stand here today emboldened by each of you in the face of the injustices, of the indignities, of the adversities. You have remained steady, met with claims that you are too queer, that you are too black, that you are too young, that you are too visionary, that you are too aspirational, that you are too loud, that you are too hopeful, that you are too angry. What is wrong with righteous indignation and anger and rage in the face of injustice? Nothing. You are hopeful and you believe that the status quo is insufficient. You believe in the pursuit of equity, equality, and justice, and you believe that women deserve some R-E-S-P-E-C-T. All right. Now, as I close, this is Martin Luther King Day, but I'm not going to quote Dr. King in this moment because what I've seen too many times in history and too many times in the civil rights movement is the role of women has been erased and reduced. And so in this moment, I won't quote Martin, I'm going to quote Coretta. Now, Coretta Scott King said, I must remind you that starving a child is violence. Neglecting school children is violence. Punishing a mother and her family is violence. Discrimination against a working man is violence. Ghetto housing is violence. Ignoring medical need is violence. Contempt for poverty is violence. I have been in Washington now for 2 weeks. And people have asked me if I'm disillusioned, if I'm dismayed. And I tell them that cynicism is not a luxury we can afford. I wake up every day clear-eyed with purposed feet and a strength of conviction that you have delivered me to Washington with a mandate to fight for justice. I am honored to fight alongside you. We exist. We resist. We rise. And now, let me invite to the stage my sisters in service, many who were elected, many who ran and were not elected, but are still leading movements, contributing to our communities, and we need them to be a part of this change to eradicate that violence that Coretta spoke about in all of its forms. So will the brave women who have taken on the mantle of leadership, who ran and were elected, who ran and won a different victory, even if you didn't win that office, we need you on this stage right now. Join me here.